There's a strange kind of power in memecoins, and PEPE is one of the clearest examples. Not because it will make anyone rich overnight, but because it teaches lessons that most investors ignore until it's too late. Every time the market moves, PEPE becomes a mirror that shows how people actually react under pressure, and that alone makes it valuable. When you put even a small amount of money into it, you start paying attention, and that attention turns into experience. You learn to breathe during dips, to stay calm during pumps, and to understand that greed and fear are the two real enemies of every trader. PEPE forces you to face those emotions in their purest form. Another reason PEPE matters is that it lets beginners enter the crypto world without risking too much. It moves fast, its community is loud, and the narrative around it changes every week. This makes it the perfect environment for learning. You can study volume, liquidity, market sentiment, and cycles while risking only pocket money. You get to watch how hype builds, how it breaks, and how the chart reacts. You start to understand the difference between noise and signals, and that's something most people take years to figure out. With PEPE, the market teaches you quickly, sometimes brutally, but always clearly. PEPE also works as a simple tool for diversification. Not every investment needs to be serious or tied to heavy fundamentals. Sometimes having a small, controlled position in a memecoin keeps your portfolio balanced in a psychological way. It adds a spark, a bit of fun, something that keeps you checking the charts without stressing over life savings. It becomes the lightweight asset of your strategy, not the backbone. And that's exactly how it should be treated. But the strongest element behind PEPE isn't the chart, it's the community. Memecoins are powered by culture, humor, and collective identity. Being part of PEPE exposes you to how online movements grow, how trends form, and how narratives shape market behavior. You see memes turn into momentum and jokes turn into liquidity. It's an education in internet psychology disguised as a green frog with a silly face. And that's what makes it fascinating. You learn how digital culture can move billions. There's also something motivating about holding even a tiny amount of PEPE. It keeps you curious, studying, watching the market, and staying informed. That motivation builds discipline over time. You start reading more charts, learning more tools, and understanding macro trends just because you want to know what might happen next. PEPE becomes the spark that keeps your interest alive, and that consistency improves your overall skills as an investor, even if it never makes you rich. In the end, the real value of PEPE isn't in the dream of a dollar or the fantasy of a moonshot. The value comes from the lessons, the experience, the mindset, and the community. PEPE teaches you to be patient, to think strategically, and to invest responsibly. It's not a ticket to wealth, it's a training ground. And for many people, that training is worth far more than any sudden pump.